I'm willing to bet over 20% of the contacts in your CRM no longer work where you think they do, and your sales team is reaching out to folks who are no longer employed at the target account, and you're spending ad dollars as well on these folks who don't even work there anymore. It's a huge waste of time and money, and in this video, I'm going to show you an out-of-the-box Clay workflow that can update employment information quite accurately, verify email deliverability, and a whole lot more, so stick around. You're not going to want to miss this one. This is a Clay workflow that we run for all of our customer contacts. Of course, we update it and tweak it for their nuanced business logic, but generally speaking, this works out of the box for everyone. It's an awesome workflow, and I'll share the link if you want to the Clay table template. So here's how it works. You import your object ID, and this will work for HubSpot or Salesforce. This is the Salesforce version. I also have a template for HubSpot, and we're going to go ahead and pull in all the information, the website where the contact works, as well as their company name, their email in Salesforce or HubSpot, their first name, their last name, their job title, the company name, etc. If any of this is partially missing, we'll try and fill it in. But then from there, we're going to go ahead and run a really cool set of enrichments. And I'm going to go ahead and show you each one now. So first of all, if they're missing a LinkedIn URL, which both of these contacts are, we're going to go ahead and try and find that LinkedIn URL. From there, if Clayagent fails to find the LinkedIn URL using a combination of company name, job title, etc., we'll then use a waterfall enrichment using their email to try and find the LinkedIn profile URL. At that point, we're going to verify that we actually found the correct URL by passing in where we think they work, the company name, into an AI prompt and comparing that with all of their LinkedIn work history, because sometimes Clayagent and these enrichment providers can hallucinate and return the wrong person. So we want to verify that they at least worked at this company at some point to make sure that we probably have the right person using their name, job title, and company experiences. Once we have a true return on that enrichment, we know that we are working with the right person's LinkedIn URL, at which point we're then going to try and figure out where they currently work and compare that with where we think they work and output their company experience, start date and end date if they have moved on, as well as their most current job title, company name and domain, and a result on have they moved on or not. We'll grab their contact, city, state, country, etc., and then we're going to move them into a job title segmentation table, which will bucket them by seniority and persona. We'll get into that in a different video, as well as an email validation enrichment, which we also will cover in a different video. So I have this table turned off, but I'm going to go ahead and turn it on because I want to actually show you this running through live. So we're going to go ahead and update these cells. You can see here we have to find LinkedIn URLs. So we're looking for 2 LinkedIn URLs for one current and one past customer of Sculpted. Nick Russ is currently in his current job position. He's one of our clients, and Simon was a past customer who's moved on to HP. So you can see here we found Nick's LinkedIn URL. Therefore, none of these enrichment waterfalls ran. We already have the URL. This is a placeholder that shows the URL that we found. Now the question is this the correct URL? So the next step is to see, have they worked at the company where we think they have at any point in history? So you can see here that we've output their current work experiences. Nick is still at Tracksuit. And if I check out Nick's LinkedIn profile here, you can see that he's still at Tracksuit. And then if I go back instead and I go to Simon's LinkedIn profile, Simon is now employed at HP, although he was working at PackageX, but he left in April of 2025. So if we head back into our Clay table, you can see we have this information in Clay. Nick started his job in August of 24, but has not left, and his current job title is as follows: Senior GTM Operations Manager at Tracksuit. His moved on status is false, meaning he has not moved on. Whereas Simon's in a different category. We can see he started in February of 24, and he left in April of 25. His new company is HP with his new job title and new company name with moved on equals true. This is pushed directly into the CRM along with a employment last checked timestamp to understand how often and how frequently we're updating this information. Ideally, this property actually could be updated every month. And so we often turn on monthly updates for our customers to ensure that their contact database stays fresh and accurate. Now, there's a whole follow-up workflow you can kick off if someone has moved on, where you see, has this person moved to a new company that's qualified? If so, are they in our CRM? If not, let's create them and that kind of thing. But for this video, we're just looking at, are they still there or not? And this is an insanely powerful tool that you can use to make sure that your contact database is accurate. Because again, the number one issue I see across all of our customers is contacts who have moved to a new company. I think 20% a year is the turnover rate of employees, especially in certain industries that have high turnover like SaaS. So if you're selling to a market where customers and contacts are moving on very often, likely a significant chunk of your database is inaccurate. I've actually had cases where a majority of the client's contact database were stale and had actually moved on to a new employer. So this workflow is the remedy for this problem, and it's very easy to run. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.